It's so crazy to say, but it's been 1 year already since my trip around Australia came to an end, and I found my own place to live in Cairns. How the year has just flown by. Oh, here she is. However, this is not the first time I've moved to Cairns, as some of you might know. After travelling the east coast of Australia in my van, I returned to Victoria to sell my belongings, save more money to do the west coast. However, COVID happened, and then I randomly applied for a unit in Cairns, which was approved. And you wouldn't believe the name of the street. It was called Too Good Street. So I got my border pass while the border was still open to driving, and I drove all the way back to far north Queensland. 2020 was one of the best years of my life. I explored the Cairns region and surrounds from head to toe, even going all the way up to the tip of Australia with my then boyfriend, a German backpacker. When my trip drew closer to the end, I started to become anxious about where I was going to live. I really had my heart set on Cairns, but I needed to find a place to live. I couldn't believe my eyes when my old unit actually became available again. I applied for it and I didn't get it, and I was pretty disappointed. And then the unit next door became available and I still didn't get it. But what I didn't know was that the universe had something better for me. It had a unit tucked away on the northern beaches side, secluded from the hustle and bustle of the city centre and the high crime rates. Good morning, Duke. Duke! Yes, Ella. Duke's over here. Hey, Duke. Well guys, I signed a new lease, which does come as a surprise to me because I usually get the 7-month itch and I'm not one to stay in the same place for very long. I move around a lot. I'm a lover of plants and nature, as you know, but when I moved here there wasn't many plants in the yard at all. So I've focused a lot of attention on making the yard a nice place. I love how it permanently sounds like I live in an aviary. I'm still really shy to make my videos because right now I'm just thinking the neighbours will be next door wondering why I'm talking to myself. But anyways, I absolutely love living here. When I moved here this was all just like a blank canvas, no garden, just weeds and sandy dust. And when I saw what the next door neighbours had done, I couldn't wait to dig in and start my own garden. It's very unusual for a house in Cairns not to have lots of gardens, because it is called Cairns, a city and a garden, and it really does live up to this name. But because I'm on this corner block, I just it made sense to put plants in the front there to act as privacy, but it takes ages for plants to grow, so until that happens I've got this privacy screen here, so it just gives me a bit of division from me and the rest of the world, and also keeps Ella in. Yeah, once those plants grow bigger I can take that down. before this whole thing was just all sand. There's many things to compete with in the garden. Here, a grasshopper has eaten one of my favourite plants. The grasshoppers are ginormous here, and they can eat so much. The other one is green ants. Every plant I plant, the green ants will make a nest out of it. And I pull them apart, but it's like they put acid or something on them, so they wreck them a little bit. But yeah, they need to move out of here. They've got nests everywhere. I did have to cover this wall ever so slightly because it just does my head in. It is way too bright. I don't mind yellow, but this shade of yellow is not a good shade. And Sophie, she's all ready for Christmas. I'm really excited to share with you guys that I've got all new stuff. I am very excited to share with you that I no longer have to use my tablet to make videos and my broken GoPro. I now have a new laptop that I'm able to transfer stuff from my SD card that I film on the GoPro onto my computer, and I can actually use a real program now to make videos. I did have only one SD card that I kept some really all my favourite footage on there. However, I lost half of it when I tried to transfer it onto my computer because the SD card transfer stick was broken. And I was unable to keep any of the footage that I actually filmed, so all I have is the YouTube videos. Oh, and as well as a new computer, I also have a new hard drive, and I have a new GoPro thanks to my uncle for giving me his GoPro. I also have this camera too, a Nikon Coolpix that I had in storage that I can now use. From what I know and what I've experienced in the past is that winter is very dry here in Cairns and it doesn't rain. However, this year it was very drizzly during winter and it was a little bit cooler in the daytime. It's November here now, and I find it so fascinating that all the flowers seem to bloom in November. It's almost like it's springtime. November has also come with no rain, so all the grass has dried up. Means less mowing for me. I've still got all the bed and the kitchen and everything set up in the RAV, but in saying that, I don't think I've even gone out once in it. That's the thing when I'm traveling on a full-time basis. I'm just out and about doing things all the time, but once I have a house, you do become a little bit lazy and complacent, and because I really like being here, it's just well, why would I go somewhere else if I'm happy here, sort of thing. Because there's not many places left. Geez, there's a lot of airplanes taking off all in a row. All Jetstar usually. Yeah, there's not many places up here in the Cairns region that I haven't been. My bucket list is very small now. But in saying that, I'd really like to go places with someone else. I'm kind of over just being with myself places. I know my hair looks messy and everything, but you can see here, it's 9:30 in the morning and it's already 32 degrees in this house, so it's definitely going to get to 35 in here today. The humidity at the moment is super high. But that's how it is at this time of the year. It's the 1st of December today, so actually it's the 2nd. The 2nd of December today, and yeah, it's the build up to the wet season, so it just goes humid, hot, humid, and then once the rains is here, then it cools right down. Then when the wet season's over, we have a period again of very high humidity, and then back into winter. So you probably would have remembered in one of my previous videos I said how the cars don't grip around the roundabout, especially not mine. Well, I've got all new tyres now, 4 new tyres, and I'm currently trying to get the car roadworthy so I can actually get it put into my name. because I have a Queensland license. So I just, yeah. I do love living under the airport path, but normally they are landing and I love when they land, but at the moment they're taking off because the wind's coming from the north. So anyways, I need to replace the seat that I took out from over there. So I got this seat from the wreckers. I didn't have much choice. It was only like 3 wreckers here and only one of them had a RAV4 seat. So you want to guess how much? This is only half the seat. This is one side. So this side here is this seat and the middle seat. This is just one seat. It cost me $200. Got the windscreen booked in to get replaced. That's under insurance because I added windscreen coverage because I know how much trucks spit rocks at you, and so I've got 2 chips in there. Back to the seat. Here goes the next aeroplane. Jetstar. So it's a bit messy in here, but for that seat to fit in, the seat comes to about here. So I think I'm gonna have to cut those legs, which also means that needs to move because that's not gonna fit in anymore. Because you need to be able to move that seat back when like mechanics or anyone else driving needs to move the seat back. So I don't know, I might have to move the battery on the other side. Yeah, so windows, seat and tyres, and then hopefully it'll pass the roadworthy. I really don't know why Australia can't just be considered as one place instead of being divided into so many different states, and it's like so annoying to have to change your registration and your license every time you move. This year I didn't save as much money as I wanted to save. I only worked like 10 months of the year. I did struggle in the beginning to find like reliable jobs, but I managed to save 27% of my income this year, which would get me another lap around Australia. However, I'm looking at being more grounded now because I do want to find my forever after. Dating is like so weird these days. Like, I don't know, I'd love to like express my experiences and opinions, but yeah, I don't even know where to start. Like, I wanted to make sure that he doesn't walk past me, so I've got all these colourful shirts in order for him not to miss me. I'm sorry, I have a really bad sense of humour, like very dry. A lot of times like, I'm like, hope when you watch my videos that you actually like get the joke. I just wanted to say thank you everybody for watching my videos. I do enjoy making videos, and I'll probably see you back here again at Christmas time.